Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. I'm going to cut straight to the chase because if you have clicked on this video, obviously you're not feeling 100%, or maybe you're preparing for a challenging time coming ahead. I just wanted to note that I haven't uploaded in a while because I was focusing on the release of my very first single. I'll link the song somewhere on the screen right now, and you can also catch all the links in the description box below. I wanted to note that to give a little context as to why I'm making this video. Releasing a single or working on a big project can cause us to neglect ourselves and focus entirely on the project. It really doesn't matter if you are working towards a big goal, whether you've just achieved something, whether you're just chilling at home. No matter what you're doing, there comes a point where your body, mind, soul says, I need a break from what you're doing, and I need you to focus entirely on me. This is something we're only just kind of remembering as a collective, how to do it, when to do it, how to not burn out, really. So here are 5 very easy to detect indicators that you are in desperate need of some self-care. I have a big announcement for the channel at the end of this video, so stick around to hear that. Number 1 is obsessive/compulsive thinking and acting. So I'm sure for a lot of you, overthinking is something that you've become quite used to in your day-to-day life. You're definitely not alone there. And I do believe that we should work towards, or we can work towards, a life where we don't need to do that. However, there's a difference between overthinking and obsessive-compulsive thinking. Obsessive-compulsive thinking is like when you wake up, you think these thoughts. When you're making breakfast, you think these thoughts. You just can't stop, and it almost fuels your anxiety because you don't even feel in control of your mind. Action-wise, this could take the form of texting somebody a billion times, or continuously refreshing your newsfeed, or needing to be on social media. It's going to be different for everyone. But basically, the 2 key words is obsessive and compulsive. I noticed as my workload pushed out meditation, pushed out yoga, pushed out self-reflection, pushed out cuddles with myself, I was becoming obsessed. Was my song being played? Were people liking it? And I almost felt like I couldn't stop thinking these thoughts. And when you start feeling like that, like these thoughts are basically taking over you, big indicator that you need to stop, drop, and take care of yourself. As I said, this can take many forms. It's very personal. For some of you, maybe you're studying and you can't stop thinking about an assessment, or maybe you're obsessing over the results. For some of you, maybe you've just launched a business and you can't help but worry that it's just not going to work out, or maybe you're just obsessed with it and you keep checking your website, you keep checking your social medias like me. This isn't to say that you can't be excited and happy that you're pursuing something, but to become so unconsciously attached to absolutely anything, it automatically toxifies your environment, it toxifies you, it toxifies the project. So again, guys, if you are obsessively or compulsively acting and thinking, stop, drop, and look in the mirror, give yourself a hug. Number 2 is you're neglecting your health. Maybe you're forgetting to drink water, maybe you're skipping meals, maybe when you do eat, it's extremely unhealthy. Maybe your body's been asking you to take a walk, or take a yoga break, or take a dance break, and you've just convinced yourself that you don't have the time if you're busy, or that you just can't be bothered if you're having some chill time. This is such an easily detectable yet confronting indicator because you really feel what you need and you're proactively avoiding it. I totally understand that sometimes we have extreme chill days and we have extreme busy days, but if you've done this consecutively for, let's say, a week, that's a big indicator that you are on the road to a breakdown. So just notice and be aware if you're consistently avoiding your health, avoiding looking after yourself and tending to your body. Quickly make it a priority to give your body whatever it needs in that moment. This can be as simple as making sure you drink X amount of cups of water a day, or it may be as simple as blocking out 20 minutes in your work schedule or your chill schedule to go to the shops, make sure you have good food at home so that you avoid that excuse of, oh, well, there's nothing at home for me to eat. Number 3 is feeling tired, exhausted, and either avoiding sleep or oversleeping. Sleep hygiene is nothing new. If you're not getting enough sleep or you're oversleeping, it is not going to help you with whatever your intention is. Using myself as an example again with the single, I wasn't getting enough sleep. I had built up a routine where I was waking up really early. However, I kept sleeping really late because I wanted to know how the track was doing and I wanted to do as much work as I could. I was responding to emails right before I went to sleep, which are things that I never used to do before this project. So even excitement, even happiness, joy towards a project can toxify if you don't use it responsibly. Sometimes if you've really built up the momentum, whether it be a chill momentum or a really fast-paced momentum, it can be hard to break it if you've consistently been practicing it over and over and over again. Again, in my case, it was about a week of sleeping really late, waking up really early, and not doing any self-care practices in the morning or at night. So don't be hard on yourself if you can't break this pattern straight away, but just notice it and maybe do something as simple as, using myself as an example, not checking my emails right before bed, not checking my emails right when I wake up. Number 4 is just kind of an overall umbrella term for all of these, but it's suppressing or avoiding a strong feeling. So this could be your food, you're hungry, or you're not feeling well. It could be sleep, I'm not getting enough sleep, or I'm oversleeping. Or it could just be something that's really causing you anxiety. Maybe you're pursuing a really big goal, and although you're excited and happy, there's an underlying fear that people aren't gonna like it. Maybe although you're on top of all your schoolwork, you have anxiety about your workload, and there's an underlying sense of not being able to handle it all. Maybe you're feeling a sense of jealousy. Maybe it looks like someone out there is achieving more than you are, which is a big illusion that so many of us give into. But if we suppress and avoid these feelings, they toxify to the extreme. So again, that's just leading to a breakdown. That is a big indicator that you need to look within and just be real with yourself. Be honest about how you're feeling. Get it out in the open, write it down, say it to yourself in the mirror, and move on. Although the mind may try to convince you that avoiding it or suppressing it is the best method, I guarantee you it's just misguiding you to a breakdown. Number 5 is feeling impatient or scared of the outside world. If you're beginning to feel incapable of being out in society or talking to people, even people that you live with maybe, or your friends, if looking at your window is giving you anxiety, if the sound of outside is giving you anxiety, it's a big indicator that you are feeling like you can't handle anything outside of yourself, which is just a reflection of the fact that you aren't facing what you're feeling inside. Don't try to connect with the outside world or with other people before you be honest with yourself. Come inward and say, hey, I'm here for you. Hold your own hand. Give yourself a hug. I know it seems silly, but think about how we learn. Monkey see, monkey do. If you start seeing yourself and feeling yourself, hugging yourself, being there for yourself, in most cases, that begins to teach the mind a new way, a new pattern of the way it treats itself. So those are in no particular order. Maybe one applies to you, maybe all apply to you. But if you're feeling any of these coming on, I highly recommend that you stop what you're doing, even if it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour if you have the luxury, a whole day if you have the luxury. Personally, I was beginning to think that breakdowns was a natural part of a successful life, but that's definitely not true. If you start listening to yourself, listening to your body, and not be so ashamed of the times where you feel down or low energy, be honest about that and not try to project this perfect image of yourself to others and to yourself, you can really go after any lifestyle that you want in a balanced and loving way. Let me know your favorite self-care practices in the comment section below, and check out the video on the screen right now for some self-care practice suggestions. The announcement that I wanted to make is that I am releasing a 5-week beginner's astrology crash course on this channel. It'll be free to watch, and that will be coming very soon. Thank you guys so much. You're an intelligent, conscious being, so please listen to yourself and your beautiful body. I know sometimes feel harder than others, trust me, I do, but just remember that's just a mind projection, and you can overcome this by just accepting where you're at and tending to it. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.